that? Why are you reading fiction when there's a new trend?
Why would I say that everyone else is reading non-fiction books?
Reading nonfiction would give you more vocabulary. And this smart guy who's reading nonfiction, I think he was smart because he was reading nonfiction.
What? Exactly. If you keep reading fiction books, then we'll have unrealistic goals. And unrealistic goals become a failure. If you're a failure, you can't do anything.
Would that really happen?
Yes, of course, not only that, but people who read fiction books are idiots.
What do you mean? I don't dislike nonfiction, but I prefer fiction.
Why do you hate nonfiction books so much?
I don't!
Yes, you do! What are you doing? Start reading non-fiction books today.
Okay, class, what do you think of this ad? Yes, that's right.
I thought it was terrible.
Yes, Haley?
Me too. I noticed some bandwagoning when kids who claim nonfiction books are a new trend. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean you should do it.
Wow, that's a really great in-depth analysis of that ad, Haley. Bandwagoning is one of the most important logical fallacies that everyone should know because it's one of the most common. So now, does anyone else have any other logical fallacies that they noticed in this ad? Yes, Rohit?
I noticed two logical fallacies at the end. I noticed Kid 2 calling dude an idiot instead of providing good reasons. And I also saw a slippery slope fallacy because it mentioned how reading fiction books could lead to you being a failure, which is just simply unrealistic.
You're absolutely correct, Rohit. Those are some really great examples of logical fallacies that I also find in this ad. So now, does anyone else have any other logical fallacies that they found? Oh, no? Well, I also found two other logical fallacies that were really important that we can mention up right now. The first one is hasty generalization. Hasty generalization, can anyone tell me what hasty generalization is?
So basically it's a fallacy in which a conclusion is not logically justified by sufficient or unbiased evidence.
Yep, that's exactly right. So in the ad, hasty generalization happens when the kids who read nonfiction books think that you become smart just by reading them because smart people has read them before. Now, the second one I found was strawman. Can anyone else tell me the definition of strawman?
Yeah, so strawman is basically when you're misinterpreting an argument to make it easier to refute and addressing the error in the wording of the argument rather than the argument itself.
Perfect, word by word, go ahead. So strawman happens in this play when the kid in the book misinterprets the person who likes nonfiction or fiction books because the fiction book person says that I love fiction books and they misinterpreted the words by saying you hate nonfiction books, which is incorrect because he never said that.
Wow, I didn't know that. I never realized this ad sucks.
It does suck, but now let's move on to the next ad.
Why did you do that?
Fiction books are super fun to read. However, it is not as fun and beneficial as reading literary nonfiction books. Did you know that Kavya Kataria, who is a business and communications executive with a degree in communications, says that reading literary nonfiction books can help your vocabulary and proficiency skills and can help you think outside the box and create your own ideas?
For example, in Hidden Figures, one of the main ideas is about discrimination and how people have to face unfairness and inequality due to their gender.
Wow, that sounds a lot like my life. I face a lot of discrimination when I play games. It's really fun to play games like Minecraft and I get a lot of backlash just for being a girl.
Exactly. That is one of the reasons you should read literary nonfiction books. Literary nonfiction books can help you connect with real life characters and can also develop an emotional connection with them.
I've been thinking about reading nonfiction books, but I'm not quite sure if it's good for me.
You should. Room2Read.org has shown that reading nonfiction books leads to 33% change in student achievement. This means if you thoroughly read nonfiction books, you can see an improvement in both your performance and your achievements.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I should switch over to reading nonfiction. Thank you for this.
That's why you should read literary nonfiction books today. Our goal for everyone, including you, is to develop our knowledge and become aware of our surroundings, so that we can learn from our past mistakes and not repeat them again.
This ad was so much better than the other one.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm glad they decided to take up the fallacies.
Exactly, why would fallacies make this ad worse? Yes, Rohit?
Well, it's because using fallacies weakens our argument by using false beliefs and ideas, making the reasoning illogical.
Exactly. Use of fallacies in an ad result in poor argumentation. And besides that, why else would this ad be better? Yes, Josue?
It has a better use of KLEPT.
Exactly. KLEPT, the persuasive tools such as pathos, telos, ethos, logos, and caros. For example, caros is when you use the perfect moment to deliver your message. Can anyone else tell me about the other KLEPT tools?
Yeah, logos is when you appeal to the audience sense of reason or logic. It can use data or statistics to back up your claim.
Perfect. That's exactly logos. Can anyone tell me about the other three?
So ethos is a form of persuasion when the writer shows how trustworthy they are with their information.
Perfect. That's exactly right. Now what about pathos and telos?
Pathos is when you use emotions and feelings to persuade someone.
And telos is a form of communication in which you try to persuade someone by explaining and showing them the end goals and achievements that you want them to achieve by the end.
That's great, everyone. Now, can anyone tell me how these KLEPT tools are used in the ad?
Ethos is when they talk about Kavya Kostia because she's shown to be trustworthy because of her job position as a business and communication executive, and also her degree in communication.
Pathos is when they talk about how literary nonfiction books can help relate to your life, like when she was talking about her game experience. She made a personal and emotional connection to the topic that helped her change her belief.
Well, I think logos is when they used a statistic, and in this case, they used a percentage to back up their evidence. Showing that percentage appeals to the audience's logic, and showing statistics makes you look knowledgeable.
Nice job, class. Did anyone else notice anything else?
I noticed there is some form of telos in the end, as the advertisers are letting us know the end goal and what they want to accomplish and convincing us, which is persuading us to read nonfiction books.
Perfect. Now we have one last KLEPT tool. What happened to that one?
Yeah, I can't seem to find it anywhere in the ad.
Does anyone else know why? Yes,
Well, kairos is when you wait for the right time to introduce your message, and in the ad, there isn't really a part where they wait for the right time to introduce the message.
Precisely. Great job, everyone. All right, now that's the bell. I'll see you all tomorrow, class. Good job today.